Katrina hit us in the first decade of the 21st century. Because of that catastrophic event and how difficult it was, by necessity, the city of New Orleans had to learn how to innovate. And so we took the position as a people that we weren't going to put the city back the way it was. And we decided to rebuild the city the way she should have always been. The city of New Orleans wouldn't have come back without Rockefeller. Then Rockefeller decided to go ahead and do the 100 Resilient Cities piece. And of course we said, well listen, let's continue this relationship and partnership.
Well, New Orleans has really made itself into a truly resilient city. The journey that they've taken is one that is really quite extraordinary.
So much innovation and inspiration has occurred in New Orleans over the last decade, and it was almost for us a mission to elevate that exceptional work.
And we've always identified three critical elements to make a good 100 resilient city: a strong and innovative mayor, a catalyst for change, and a good sense of the partnership opportunities.
So the strategy in New Orleans developed after a really long period of time trying to find the right chief resilience officer. But in New Orleans in particular, it could only fall to one individual, and that's Jeff Hebert, somebody who had the trust and commitment of the mayor and other city officials, but someone who also knew the community deeply.
It means a lot to New Orleanians that they see action. We've been planning for 10 years now, and people are tired of what they consider planning.
We all ask the question, what is this strategy going to be? What does long-term resilience look like in a place like New Orleans?
The tension that we have in this process is being able to convey to folks that this is a strategy for implementation, not just another plan.
And Jeff built this most amazing team in New Orleans that he works with, who were really dedicated to not only bringing the city back after disastrous events, but who were dedicated to looking at New Orleans for the year 2050 and the next generation. And everyone had something to say about building resilience in New Orleans.
I think it's the interesting tension of the work we're in. On the one hand, the things that really make a city more resilient: a more diverse and flexible economy, it's better infrastructure, it's a more engaged and cohesive community. None of those things happen in 6 months or a year or even 2 years. That's the work of a whole generation of leaders and citizens and activists in a city. And at the same time, we all need small victories, small projects that we can execute on that help create some of that momentum.
They have extraordinary ways to really be demonstrating in vivo what building resilience is all about and the dividend that building resilience really generates.
The most innovative thing, quite frankly, is the most simple, is that everything is indivisible and everything needs to be tied together, and you can't live in isolation.
10 years ago, the eyes of the world were on New Orleans because of this catastrophic storm and this horrific event. And what we're hoping is that the innovation that's come out of that, this resilience strategy, this resilience building effort, will inspire cities all over the world to reach further, to be bolder, to be braver about the things they're proposing and envisioning going forward, and how they can make their own cities more resilient.